the original transmission with the truck didn't actually blow. The original transmission is still fully functional. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and I'm super excited for today because we are finally picking up the TRX. And I really shouldn't say finally, because the fact that they got all of this done as quick as they got it done is just absolutely insane. Literally, you guys saw the title of the video, less than 72 hours. So actually, I think if we get into time technicalities, they did it in about 48 hours roughly, because I dropped the truck off Monday morning and then they had the transmission out, I believe Tuesday or early Wednesday, and then they got it installed right away, and they were driving the truck yesterday. They were just doing a bunch of tests yesterday, and so that's why I'm picking it up today, Thursday, instead of picking it up on Wednesdays, because they were just doing all these tests to make sure that the new transmission's functioning properly. So yeah, if we get into time technicalities, they pretty much did it in about 48 hours, which, I mean, that's crazy. We are officially back in the TRX. Here's the moment of truth. Oh, buddy. Starts right up. Man, it is good to be back in the TRX. Please don't hit me with this truck, sir. It's actually Wagstaff and DJ. Let's see what their maneuvering skills are. But yeah, I'm super excited to be back in the truck. I mean, now I don't feel as bad for having a dirty truck over here, because this Rebel, I mean, it's not nearly as dirty, but I mean, still, he's in competition. It is so exciting to finally have the TRX back, and this is the filthiest that this truck has ever been. Yes, I'm going to be cleaning it immediately. This is gonna be really hard to clean though. I mean, you guys can see this stuff is pretty caked on. I mean, yeah, like the side steps especially. I mean, look how thick this is. Like this is gonna be quite the job to get this cleaned up, but I mean, at least it looks like I did something cool. You can see it's now official on paper that we have a new transmission. Now this is interesting how they put this, replace 6.2 liter supercharged engine. They didn't put a new engine in it, but it's just for the transmission. I don't know why it says that with the engine, because again, they didn't put a new engine in it. But yeah, we've got the paper, so it's all official, and I'm just gonna leave this up for the next part of the video so you guys can see the transmission temperature, so you guys can see that it's not gonna do anything crazy with the new transmission, because we're gonna be going on a pretty long drive today. Obviously got to get it washed off and all that. But yeah, we're back in action. We are officially driving in the TRX again. And I mean, transmission temperature is doing everything fine. So the truck's not fully warmed up. It's pretty much like 80% of the way there. And I mean, the transmission's at 116 degrees and 120 is on the low side. So not even fully warmed up. So it's not having any overheating issues or anything like that. If you guys hear any vibration, it's because of my garage door opener here on the sun visor. It is like an old ghetto garage door opener. So it vibrates with the truck because the truck's so loud. Anyways, actually getting up and sitting here in the TRX again, God, I forgot how good this truck feels. I'm not the Limited was awesome. Don't get me wrong, the Limited was absolutely awesome. I'm gonna let this Audi in. Just such an awesome truck, but it doesn't have the suspension and the shocks that the TRX has, and I missed that feeling. And then the power, and it's not just the full throttle power, it's when you're just partial throttle and you have 650 pound-feet of torque and this thing just moves. I missed it so much. But I'm sure you guys are not here to listen to me talk about how much I missed my $100,000 Ram TRX. You're probably watching this video to learn about the whole situation that happened and whether or not this was covered under warranty. So first off, with the whole situation that happened, and I've mentioned this in other videos, Ram handled this perfectly. They sent out they sent out an engineer basically the morning of, because they saw my YouTube video. And I kind of mentioned stuff like that. I still would have gotten the same level of customer service had I not been a YouTuber. The only difference is they found out early because I posted the YouTube video, whereas a regular customer would have gone into the dealership and then they would have sent out an engineer after the person was already at the dealership. So that's the only difference. I'm not getting any special treatment because I do YouTube. People keep commenting that, but it's not reality. Now, aside from the YouTube stuff, and I'm gonna set the adaptive cruise control here so that the truck can just drive itself. Another benefit of the TRX, and by the way, the truck's covered in mud and the adaptive cruise control still works. That just shows you how good the system is on the TRX. But continuing on, Ram handled the situation perfect. They sent out the engineer, and they literally got this, like I said at the beginning of the video, they got this job done in like 48 hours, because I dropped off the truck Monday morning at like 8 or 9 o'clock, and they had a new transmission in the truck and the truck driving by like Wednesday morning. So I mean, that's just, the turnover rate is just ridiculous. Like, I expected to be out of this truck for a whole month. And then when I get a call saying, hey, we already have a new transmission in your truck and we're just doing tests to make sure that the truck's running properly, literally 48 hours later, I'm like just baffled. So yeah, they got it done really quick. What they did is they got a new transmission. They literally shipped it out via plane. They flew it to Utah, got it down to the dealership, got it installed right away. And then the next 24 hours with the truck was really just testing it, driving it, making sure the transmission doesn't overheat, making sure all the lines are attached properly, so that we don't have liquid spew out and all that kind of stuff. Just doing a bunch of testing with the truck. And I mean, this is obviously a huge learning experience for everyone in terms of with the TRX basically seeing, hey, there is this thing and we got to make sure this doesn't happen to other trucks. And that was another thing that I love about like Ram's whole approach to this situation, is they're making sure that people that buy TRXs in the future are not going to have to deal with this issue, so that they don't have their transmission fail like what mine had fail because of the lines. And so yeah, just I thought that was awesome. And we actually have a better answer on what exactly happened. So first off, I want to preface this with the fact that we don't really know exactly whether it was the truck or it was me. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Now, the chances of it being me are extremely low. Like, very, very low. However, there is a chance that because of the off-roading, like a 1 in a million chance that a rock flew up, hit the transmission line, spewed out the liquid, and then we had the transmission failure. But again, that's like a 1 in a million chance. Realistically, what most likely happened is the transmission line was already loose, and then what most likely happened is the off-roading, right? You're on bumpy roads, you have a loose line, the off-roading made the line come fully detached, the off-roading or the acceleration, one of the two, made the line come fully detached, ejected all the fluid. And I mean, to my very minimal mechanical knowledge, it sounds like that's what happened. And I mean, again, that's the reality of vehicles that are partially hand-built. Like, when you have a human tying stuff in and screwing stuff in and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna have human error. That's just the reality of having stuff that's hand built. When you have stuff that's built by machines, yes, you're gonna have less air and you could still potentially have some air happen, but the chances of that happening are a lot less. And so yes, there is a chance for human error, and that's most likely what happened with my truck. And I understand that. I don't think that Ram should be doing anything special for me because that happened. Like, I don't think that I deserve to have a new truck. I don't think any of that. Like, I think that the fact that they got this done in less than 72 hours with the transmission installation and the testing and everything, and I'm back in my truck, I'm happy. Like, as a customer, I couldn't be happier. So like, with Ram's whole basically handling of the situation, I think it was absolutely perfect. Now on the warranty side of things, was it covered under warranty? Yes. The truck has 2,200 miles on it. Of course they're gonna cover it under warranty. It's a brand new truck. Wow, people are going fast today. Like, I got my cruise control set pretty high and I'm not keeping up with the flow of traffic. This is ridiculous. But anyways, yes, they covered it under warranty, and I mean, it's their brand new flagship truck, so they're gonna make sure that they get all these kinks fixed out anyways, so that people that buy this truck, you know, the new orders that are coming in, and then people that buy this truck a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, they have the peace of mind that that stuff has been taken care of and everything. So yeah, they covered under warranty, so no money was paid out of pocket for me. The Limited that I had, that was also covered under warranty. So like, and that was if you guys are wondering, the Limited was a dealership warranty, so I have a warranty on the truck from the dealer that covers maintenancing on the vehicle, and then it also covers rental vehicles and some other stuff and everything. So that was the warranty that covered the rental vehicle. So for me, I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket for this whole experience, other than filling up that Limited with gas, which that technically saved me money, because that gets like, I was getting like 16 miles per gallon in that, whereas this truck, I've been getting like 8 miles per gallon. So I actually saved money with this whole situation happening, technically, because of driving the Limited with better fuel economy. But yeah, I mean, I really don't see a downside for me personally out of this whole situation. And there is obviously a little bit of a downside because this whole thing has gotten a ton of press, and obviously not all of it's been positive for Ram. But I think at the end of the day, I think that people see that because of how Ram handled this, because they're covering this under warranty, because they're taking care of me as a customer, they're seeing that, you know, Ram took a bad situation and they made it right. And so there's no reason why people shouldn't buy Ram trucks because of the situation. Like, there's going to be the Ford people that are going to continue to talk crap about the TRX and how it's poorly built and this and that. I just don't agree with that. The engine in this truck, super reliable. They've had this engine out for a long time, super reliable. Even though my transmission failed, everyone knows this 8-speed automatic is really robust and reliable. It wasn't the transmission that was the issue, it was the fluid to the transmission, which that's a super easy fix. If that is the like scope of the issue, is a freaking line and making sure it's tightened, I would rather have that than have the transmissions issues that they're having with the Ford Raptor. And there's another issue with, I can't put my finger on it, but there's another issue that people are having with the Raptors that Nate with Raptors Event Style, I want you to comment down below if you're watching this video, Nate. He just had this fail on his Raptor. Like, much larger problems are having, or there's much larger problems happening with the Raptor right now than a line not being screwed in properly. So like, I don't think that the TRX is unreliable. I don't think that it's a badly built vehicle. I think this is a really good vehicle. And you guys are gonna see now, as I take this off-road, and we're most likely gonna take it off-road this weekend. So yes, the truck broke down, needs a new transmission, and the next week we're already taking it off-road. And you guys will see the truck's gonna hold up great. If there's more issues, which I doubt there will be more issues in the future, you guys will see. But yeah, I don't foresee that happening. I think that Ram built a really good truck, and again, they're not paying me to say this. So yeah, I think they made the situation right, and I don't think this is an unreliable truck. I'm gonna keep the TRX. That's another question I've gotten from a lot of people is, are you gonna keep the TRX? 100%. I'm gonna keep this truck for a long time. I love the truck. This is the best all-around vehicle I have ever owned, and this is coming from someone who's had a Camaro ZL1 1LE, Shelby GT350, Ford Raptor, the new Toyota Supra. I had a Subaru Impreza, which that was a pretty cool vehicle, and I've had 2 Ram Rebels. So like, I feel like I've experienced quite a few vehicles through my reviews and then ownership experience, and this by far has been the best vehicle ever. And so I don't, like, there's no reason why I should get rid of this because it's the best vehicle I've ever owned. Now you guys are probably looking at this and going, why are we looking under the hood and why is it so dirty? Well, you guys know it's dirty from off-roading, but the rest of it's super clean. Now I've got all these hoses down here. I don't know which one it was, but one of these is the hose that came loose. Obviously everything's all tightened and everything's perfect now. But yeah, that's what happened. Something under here is what came loose. That's what was squirting out all of the transmission fluid. But I have something interesting to tell you guys. So I happened to talk to someone who works for Ram for a little bit. I'm not gonna say who it was, it doesn't matter. And what I found out is the original transmission with the truck didn't actually blow. The original transmission is still fully functional. Yes, this truck has a new transmission. They were just playing things safe by putting a new transmission. But even though everything that happened with this truck in terms of like all the liquid coming out and all that kind of stuff, and like it happening all pretty fast, the transmission's still fully functional. And so that just shows you how robust that 8-speed automatic is, because it's still working, which is crazy. Now that is pretty much going to sum things up for today's video, and I'm super excited to have the TRX back. Yes, I'm going to get it cleaned more. I mean, I kind of got it cleaned. Like, most of the wrapped part was pretty easy to clean because of the ceramic coating, but you guys can see we've got to do quite a bit of, well, it's probably hard to see that. There you go. We've got quite a bit of work to do here in the wheel wells, and that's why I like it has the liners and everything in the wheels. I mean, absolutely dirty. We will get the truck detailed, but probably after this weekend, because we're going to take it off-road again and get our off-roading review. But anyways, if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you think, and I'll see all of you in the next video.